Okay. Good morning, everyone. Hopefully everyone is having a great week. We are Wednesday, September 30th. We're approaching October very quickly, and the weather's kind of going back and forth, trying to figure out what it's doing and stuff like that. So I'm going to start. Oops. There we go. So again, we have another change of slides from, if it's thinking, from Weichert. We've got the apples and the sunflowers, and apple picking season is upon us. So lots of birthdays in October. This was interesting when I went through. We have 8 of us at the offices that are Libras, and we have 3 Scorpios. So happy birthday coming up to Vadim, to Sandy, to Maurice, to Jose, to Zach, to Ariel, Nancy, Jennifer R., all within the first couple weeks of October. Olivia, myself, and Leslie are all at the end of the month. So advanced happy birthday, and we'll have a couple of these left at the next meeting. So, but just like to get started with that. I'd also like to welcome William. He goes by Seth McClelland. He is a commercial agent with the Weichert office down in DC. He has joined and gotten his New York license, and he'll be working here in New York City as well. He kind of bounces back and forth between New York and DC. He is very familiar with commercial. He owns and sold and owns restaurants and things like that. And so he's going to be focusing on commercial. For anyone who has any commercial clients that they want to help, he'll be a great partner. Part of that is he has a great suite for CoStar. So again, if you want to work with him, help with clients and things like that, hopefully he'll be introducing himself at one of the next meetings. So again, if you know anyone else who's looking to change firms, to join, we're especially looking for people in Queens, the Bronx, and Long Island. We've been getting some more leads in those areas. Those of you on Op City, Staten Island also, Zach can vouch for this. If you get on Op City, you want to take out some clients, especially in the outer boroughs. I guess we'll talk about that under good news. So Zach, get ready to unmute yourself. Oh, here it is. Good news. So I'll start off. We have a third baby. It's crazy. We've had 3 in the last month, basically. Rudolin just gave birth. This is her husband in the picture, to a new son, Noah. She's up and ready, and she's going to start showing apartments again, I think, next week. So congratulations to Rudolin on a beautiful baby boy. Does anyone else have any non-real estate related announcements they want to make? Or I guess real estate related is okay. Besides new listings, we'll talk about that at the end. Anyone have anything?
Hey, Jason, my daughter was married this past Friday at the
congratulations, Tom.
Down in the Lower East Side. If anybody needs a very cool, intimate venue, there's a place called the Merchant's House, and it's a museum, but they have a fully enclosed garden, and it was perfect for a kind of COVID thing because it was a private ceremony. Also, I'm celebrating my 43rd wedding anniversary tomorrow, so that's my good personal news.
It's a big week, Tom. Congratulations on both those events.
Thanks.
Anyone else have anything they want to announce? Okay, we'll keep going. Just a reminder, today we have our prospecting and accountability groups, 12 o'clock, so kind of a little bit after the meeting. We'll have the rental and tenant prospecting one. Again, this is talking about taking out clients, going after landlords and things like that, just doing things to build our real estate business and rental business. For those of you who have been kind of keeping track of the rental market, there's a ton out there, but the greatest thing is if you have someone who's looking to move, they can get a great deal. And most of the buildings are paying our fee these days. So it's a great way to make some money, right? We have some people who've done 2-month OPs, right? The building is paying them 2 months rent on pretty significant leases. So, you can make almost as much as doing a sale as a rental right now. At 1 o'clock, we're going to be talking about investor building sales and new developments. Again, those of you who are parts of the group, we'll see you at those times at 12 and at 1 o'clock. We'll last about 20, 30 minutes. We're just doing check-ins, making sure people are doing what they need to, overcoming any obstacles that we're having and doing more business. So just another plug, yesterday from 4 to 5:30 we did this. Tonight from 6 to 7:30, this is the one that I don't make, but it is going on. And Thursday from 10:30 to 12:30, which is the really big company-wide one. we do these call sessions. And the idea of these call sessions is to help you get more business. And there's a lot of ways to do that. It's kind of a nice way to kind of be a little competitive with other offices in other regions, to try to get new people to be working with and things like that. So tomorrow from 10:30 to 12:30, and again, I was doing this. I've been doing it every Thursday when I'm calling. I made about 24 calls to old Weichert Lead Network leads, right? I activated 5 buyers and 1 potential seller. One of the agents actually going on a listing appointment today to try to get that listing that I got. There are real people on these calls that are looking to buy or sell properties, right? Even though they called Weichert, some number of months. Oops, sorry, I'm going to add these other people in. Some number of months ago, they are active people. So do these call sessions if you're a part of it. Again, I've been telling everyone, if you are on the call session and you can take the lead, again, if you've been trained in rentals, if you've been trained in sales, I will give them to you, right? I'm reactivating these to help people do more business. So it's not that I'm taking these people out, I'm giving them away. So if you are on the call sessions, you can get the lead. So please take part if you want to. Again, we are not violating any of the do not call things. We're not doing anything like that. These are people who have reached out in the past to Weichert, and we're rekindling that relationship. So just a great way to get some additional business if you need it. And I know most of you could use some extra business. So E&O is due again, $5.99 for the year. You've been getting those pings. That covers you from September of this year through August of next year. If you have not paid it yet, it's going to come off your first commission check. That automatically happens. I cannot stop it. They're not allowing any exceptions these days. So if you don't see yourself being active this year, right? And again, revenue dues are going to be due at the beginning of January. If you aren't able, again, it's about $1,000 a year. I tell everyone that to keep your real estate license active. It's a very expensive hobby to have. So if you don't see yourself doing business and don't want to, cover those costs and things like that, let me know. You can still have a license. You can still give out referrals to other people in the company and things like that. You just can't be an active real estate agent. We can put you into referral, save you some money. And again, down the line, if you say, hey, I'm going to start working again, we can start you up again and reactivate your license. So just something to think about. Again, I want you guys to be as successful as possible. But, for some of you, maybe you don't have the time, energy, or effort to do that. So Q3 market report. Okay, so we're going to talk about this for a few minutes. We just got the raw data from Urban Digs. Again, Urban Digs is our analytics provider. They provide a Manhattan market report. On the Urban Digs site, you guys can all sign up for a free 3-week trial of their analytics tools and their market tools. If you see yourself using it a lot and you're sending it through my Weichert to clients and things like that, I can give you a free, well, we pay for it, but a company paid subscription to Urban Digs. Sorry, this is a little bit small. Again, I'll send this out once I write up my commentary. What's happening, right? So I know it's a little tough, I apologize, but basically numbers are all over the place, right? The Q2 to Q3 numbers are up, right? There have been some more sales in Q3 than there had been in Q2 as we've kind of started to process through some of these deals that were pending and things like that. And again, days on market has actually gone down a tad. And I think that's a reaction to people really pricing things a little bit better. Again, we're down Q2 to Q3 for days on market, and we're down from this year to last year on days on market as well. Supply is up crazy numbers, right? We're up 37% from last quarter. So, and we are up 23% almost from last year. So again, a very interesting thing. People are still putting things on the market. People are having to react to what's going on. And volume is down, right? We're down about 30% in Manhattan from last quarter in terms of how many contracts went in. And we're down about, I think it's 50% from 60%, I apologize, from last year. So again, number of contracts signed are down, supply is up. What does that mean? Prices are falling a little bit. So in most markets, that's the case. So we'll talk more about this. These charts are good. Again, this is from Manhattan. You can see here that that what has had the most kind of supply increase, it's all across the board. But things in the under 1 million range are doing better than things outside of that. Some of you have seen the Miller Samuels report. we're really talking about increases in Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn sales volume is up about 40% year over year. And that's again, because I think people are looking for properties with a little less density. And we can definitely kind of talk more about that. Again, pricing is up in Upper Manhattan. Again, some of these smaller buildings, especially Midtown, we've got a decrease in price. Downtown, it's kind of mixed, again, depending on which size units you're looking at and things like that. And again, these will all go out. I'm going to write up my part. We should have this by the end of the week, so you guys can start sending this out to your clients. Just a little plug. So in My Weichert, it's going to be the source for all of our sale photos for all of our websites and things like that. So including the design center, weichert.com, all of that. So put your headshot in there if you don't have it in there already. What you do is you go under My Profile. After on the right side, it's going to have your email address. You go to My Profile, edit. You can put the photo in and stuff like that. Weichert Property Management, they are having their Fall Fest. So basically, you can get some extra money by referring people out to them. If you want to do that, definitely take advantage of it. And I'm not sure if Jamie, are you on the call? I'm not sure. I don't think Jamie's on the call today. Again, they are still doing the free $50 quote. Jamie can give you a quote for obtaining a mortgage and stuff like that. Sorry, a quote for getting insurance from them. If he's checking your homeowners, your renters, or your car insurance, they can basically give you a free $50 Amazon gift card, something that's really great. Doug, I'll pass it over to you. I didn't get the slides from Dino this week, so I don't have those, I don't think.
That's okay. I'll just give a quick update on the state of the mortgage market. Rates continue to be extremely good. Extremely good is almost an understatement because depending upon the type of loan and the amount of money, they're the lowest they've ever been for much of what Freddie Mac does as of a couple weeks ago. So if you're looking at a condo or single family home, the average for what Freddie Mac does is about 2.9% for 30-year fixed money. So obviously anything below 3, I never thought we'd see the day, but it's a great time to be borrowing. The economy is sort of a mixed report at this moment. Housing nationally tends to be very hot. Of course, there are pockets that we know are hot. Jobs tend to be the bit of the issue. So unemployment numbers are still kind of high, which tends actually to be fairly favorable to mortgage rates. So there's a lot of different factors that go into it, but basically we're looking at 30-year fixed average at 2.9 and 15-year fixed at 2.4. So, it's extremely good time to be borrowing money. We have other factors too, the elections coming up and, from the debate last night and who knows exactly what's going to happen. But, the longer term theory is it shouldn't affect the economy dramatically. Whoever's elected, we tend to get a similar return from the S&P. So we'll see what that does to housing too. But that's basically it. The story is that rates are extremely good. If anyone is in need of a pre-approval for a buyer, if you're wondering areas, what we can do as far as credit and loan to value and things like that, just let me know. I'm available not only during traditional business hours, but also on weekends. I can't always pick up, but if you send me a text, I can generally get back to you pretty quickly, or to your customer. And also, if you're doing any kind of, even if it's a virtual open house, if you want a cost flyer, which you can include in a link, I can help you with that too. So if you need anything from me, just keep me in mind. The earlier I get to talk to your customer, I think the better it is. We're just offering them an option, the all under one roof concept. I'm not a hard sales kind of guy. I just sort of tell them what I can do for them. And then of course it's up to them. So the other thing, we as a company, Weichert Financial tends to be, we are getting extremely high ratings from customers as far as the question, would you refer us to your family and friends? And we're at 99% of people would. We got all kinds of 4 and 5 star ratings. I had 2 last week. So the reviews are good. I think it's going to be good for the customer, and it's just a conversation. It's not anything that's going to jeopardize the deal. So if you can just remember me with your customers, earlier the better. That would be great. And if I can help you in any way, just let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Doug.
Okay.
I'd like to turn it over to Annabelle just to give you a little, oh, she's coming back in. She got booted, I think. Annabelle, and just so you guys know, Annabelle has started coming into the city. She's been coming into, both offices and meeting with people. So Annabelle, I want to turn it over to you. I'm going to unmute you. Are you there? I'm not sure. I think she might be having a computer issue. But she's coming in, I think, on Mondays to the Manhattan. She can meet kind of in either office, and she's here to help you with, again, your marketing, right? So the My Weichert system, postcards, all of that stuff. So Annabelle?
Hi guys. I heard you, but I was having mic issues. Yes, I will be in the office this coming Monday. So if anybody wants to meet for individual, that is great. I'm trying to come up with a curriculum, so at least this way it follows through with everything, and I can break down the system for you guys. There are so many features that align with the KV Core system, and I know it does become overwhelming for somebody who's completely new to the platform. So what I have done is broken it down, so at least this way you guys can learn it in increments. Like I said, on Mondays I'll be on the office for the Soho. I'm still planning out for Midtown office, but if anybody wants to meet individually, do let me know. You can actually call, text me, or even email me. In most cases I would suggest a text message or even a phone call, only because sometimes my emails do get lost through there. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can also do small group. That could be like 2 or 3 people at separate computers. But what I've always learned was that everybody tends to learn better when it's in person. So that's the main reason why we're trying to introduce that in-person kind of training.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Annabelle.
You're welcome.
So we've got some congratulations, and then we'll talk about new listings.
I'm sorry, I have a question for Annabelle. So
Sure.
that is the training. Once one has completed the My Weichert 2-week, then one would go to one of those trainings. Is that what am I? Just exactly what is the training? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So the training in itself, in most cases, I help agents in terms of marketing, branding, anything in terms of social media. So it depends per agent really on what they need for their own business. That could include marketing materials. So like I said, it really depends. I like to have the one-on-one conversation with the actual agent so I can understand exactly where they're at in their business and how we can amplify that and how we can strategize in a way to make it simple for you so that you can produce more in the long run. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
And again, Christine, on your question, I would say it would be good to have a brief kind of overview of the system. So, if you are done with the first 2 weeks, that's a good kind of like check-in point. You can talk about other things as well, before or after that, but it's good to have at least a portion of the My Weichert training done yourself. So then you're familiar with some of the aspects of the program.
Thank you. Makes sense.
So congratulations to Eunice and Michelle. They just got a new listing at 25 Parade Place, 1J, a really, really beautiful facing the fields on Prospect Park. Unit, good price. I think it's under $800,000, and it's a 2 basically convertible 3-bedroom, I believe. So that's a great listing. Karen had a closing, 203 Spring Street and 345 West 145th Street. Sorry, that's Karen Donica. I forgot we have multiple Karens. Holly has a new townhouse for sale. You guys probably got that blast. 3 East 128th Street. It's a 4-family up in Harlem. It's a beautiful house. I think a little under $3.5 million. Either good investment or potential for conversion. And it's got lots of that pre-war charm in it. So congrats on that. Christine F, congrats, rental 186 Greenpoint Avenue. Again, Christine has really been taking advantage of RentHop and doing advertising on there, as well as on StreetEasy and things like that with some of the listings that she has. And again, these OP listings are the way to go. If you want to make some money, next week or within the next few weeks, talk to me, join us for the rental group at 12 o'clock. There are some really, really great ways of just advertising on third-party websites and getting some leads, or taking out some of the Weichert rental leads. So Eunice and Michelle also did a rental, 200 West 90th Street, 6B. Congratulations to them for that. David, contract signed for 910 Park Avenue in Manhasset. We got a great house. Tanya had it's like 50 something acres of land up in upstate New York, kind of near, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours outside of the city. 66 Sherman Road. Congratulations to her. Just as a reminder, again, then we'll get to kind of any announcements you guys have. I'm going to be gone all of next week, so I will be not available. For processing, if you have anything that you need a invoice for, if you need anything, please tell me today or tomorrow. Let me get it all done. Let me get it in so we're good to go. I'm going to leave a list in each office with a sheet so you can put a transaction number down. You can kind of claim it for yourself. Again, overnights will go out twice a week. So basically all you have to do is write the number that you put with the transaction on the check, send the entire package with the number that you're assigning to it, which again is going to be from that sheet, to Patty, and Patty Selesky will process it, and she'll get everything else over. So all you have to do is basically write a number on a check, put the check in an envelope, an overnight envelope, and I'll have the labels already printed out and stuff like that. So that will be good to go. So there'll be basically no delay in processing or anything like that. But again, if you know of something, you say, hey, I need X, Y, or Z done for next week, just let me know. I can get it done. And again, ask an experienced agent, mentor, anything like that, any questions that you have. We also had some volunteers. Stephanie Terso from the Soho office and Leslie Lazarus from the Midtown office have both said that they were more than welcome to take questions and things like that. Again, if you need something with a deal, if you need something like that, it's all in there. And again, if you can't find a form, or if you need to figure out where a form is, again, most of them are in Weichert 1 under Associate Information, Weichert Properties. And if it's not there, I probably emailed it to you, so just go back through your email and you'll find it. Again, the YouTube channel has a lot of the videos, so if you need to figure out how to do something, do that. Annabelle is also available, again, for marketing stuff and whatnot. Doug is there for mortgages. Jamie's there for insurance. So we've got everything kind of covered. Anyone have any new listings needed? Any good stories? Will, I'd love for you to share your open house story, if you wouldn't mind. I think it's a nice way to laugh at a interesting situation. Are you there, Will? He might not be there. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I had my first sales listing, my first open house on Sunday, and the first customer to come through the door was a family of 5. The husband and wife, I was going over the ground floor with them. He was in a wheelchair, so we were explaining some, wheelchair accessible options and whatnot. And unbeknownst to me, the 3 kids ran upstairs. And by kids, they're probably 14, 15 years old, so they weren't toddlers. So I was very focused on the husband and wife, not thinking about the other 3. They go upstairs, we hear a huge boom above us. So I run upstairs, and the kids had pulled down the ladder from the attic, went into the attic, and were jumping around the attic and went right through the ceiling, through the insulation. There was no floorboard, so it was an area of the attic that was unfinished and just had blown in insulation and the ceiling from the bedroom beneath. So it was an interesting start to my first open house. The kid was fine, the child was fine. We're still figuring out how we're going to repair it and whatnot. But yeah, it was, you can't make it up for showing first customer through the door. Yeah.
Well, it's a good story, a warning story. In some respects, just make sure people are careful. And again, not you did anything wrong or anything like that, Will, but hopefully they'll be putting in an offer. They seem to like it, right? So that's
yeah, hope so.
a good thing. So they'll inherit the hole that they created potentially. So
right.
Does anyone else have any listings that they want to mention? Any open houses coming up? Anything they would like to kind of tell the group about? Anyone need a listing for a certain buyer or someone that they haven't been able to find it or anything like that?
Jason, hey, and hello everybody. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to say that my background is in filmmaking and film production, and I started making real estate videos. So if anybody needs one, I'm really happy to do it, as well as photography. So yeah, I just want to put it out there, kind of. Yeah.
And this is
Who is
Victoria.
that?
Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria Plazins.
And you do headshots?
No, that's somebody else is doing that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
She's doing real estate photography. She can help with floor
Of the
plans
spaces.
and videos as
Yeah.
well for the apartment.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And Victoria just did my listing that I just was talking about, and it turned out great. So thank you very much. And
Oh, yeah.
highly recommend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, and I have some portfolio available, so you can contact me as well. I can put my, actually I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my email address now in the chat.
yeah, and she's on the website as well under
Yeah.
so okay, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you guys.